Hey team. It is really late here. It's about a quarter till midnight. The whole family is in bed. This is what happens when you have teenagers. You have to wait until they go to sleep, which is sometimes really, really late. So, yes, I am in my laundry room and trying to be quiet so I don't wake everybody up. I feel like Sarah Marble when her baby was little. She's making all these videos. I don't feel like Sarah Marble. I would feeling a lot better if I felt like Sarah Marble. But anyway, long story short, um, yes, my laundry room is pink. I really do like pink. I liked pink before I was, a pink girl. So let's cut to the chase. We've been talking about training. We've been talking about the way that we do training and changing that up a little bit. There are so many resources and so many things you can read. And sometimes if you read a manual on how to ride a bike, it can get overwhelming. And really what you need to do is just get on the bike. You just got to hop off and get on the bike. You got to get out of the books, get on the pedals. So I really am thinking, Brandy and I are thinking, what we need to be doing differently, what we've been doing for training is a lot of information. It takes a lot of time, a lot of information, not really helping somebody on the bike, being their training wheels, getting them going. We want to give them the resources, everything they want to read about riding a bike, great. You need to know about the products. You need to know about the comp plan. But you can get started sharing with people before you've ever gotten your products, before you understand the comp plan. You can start sharing this just because of your belief in the person that signed you up and in the products and what you see them do for other people. So we want to refocus our training to show them where the resources are, but then get them started. So in those early days, that's when you're so excited, you're so pumped, you're so hopeful. You may not have even gotten your products yet, and you need a game plan. And we are the people to help give them that game plan. So we've been reading a lot of different stuff that Tara Castaneda does, stuff that Tamara Holloway does, more on the action side of things. And that's what we're going to try doing with our team. We're really excited to get this going and excited for you all to be able to try it out too. So let me get myself out of the way here. Make myself small. Okay. This is the new training. This is just an overview, okay? So this first page is just kind of going through an overall outline from beginning here before they sign up until the end of their first month, okay? The basics that we want to do in training are their why, helping them really nail that down early on. Their goals, you can start with just goals for the first month. Their list of 100 or 200 or however many. Facebook and posting and crafting that first post and getting it just right, and how often do you post and what do you post, and then follow up how to do that. So we want to start with them before they even sign up. There's some things we want to do of having them think ahead of time who they want to have be their 3 people that they want to do this business with. And then we want to do a sign-up call with them now. Instead of sending them to our website, sending an email, sending them to our website, we want to do a call. After the sign-up, we're going to send them some things to look at. Then the first thing we want to do is within a few days, set up a 3-way call with your upline. So, for example, Tanya Leal is my level 1. When she signed Samantha, were we doing this plan? When she signed Samantha, she would have called Samantha up. She would have helped her walk through the sign-up process or done it for her. And she would say at the end of that call, oh, and by the way, I really want you to talk to my friend Gwen. She is further along in this, and she can really explain more to you and answer any questions. I'm going to send you some things to look at, and I'd like to do this in the next couple of days. Can you give me a couple of windows where we could do this call? Have them give you 2, we want to do a 20, 30-minute call max. Have them give you a couple of windows. Then Tanya will call me, and say which of these windows might work for you, and get that scheduled. Okay, we'll talk more about that in a minute. Then at the end of that three-way call, we're going to really, at the end of the call, go through back to their why, their goals, their list, Facebook, follow-up. Go through that, inspire them, ignite them. And at the end of that, then set up a meeting with the sponsor. So it'd be a meeting between Tanya and Samantha in the example I gave, where they would get together and they would hammer out the details of this to really come up with, and the stuff I put out last week, the Go for Silver worksheet, the Go for Fast Gold, figure out which one of those they want to go for in the first month, and hammer out the details of their list, their first post, all that stuff. And then at the end of that meeting, set up a time for a launch party, whether it's online or in person. Get that on the books. So all of this is going to happen in their first few weeks, their first month. That way, if they are a go-getter and they want to do Fast Start Gold, they can get that $700 bonus, and we are right there along the way to help them. The sooner they get to silver, I mean, when you get that $100, you realize, like, that was so easy. I could totally do this. That's how I was. Like, if that's all it took to get 100, what's it going to take to get 1,000? And it just kept going. And so the sooner we can have them getting paid and their products paid for, the longer they're going to stick with us. And plus, we're right there with them to be those training wheels. So that follow-up the first month, we're going to show them the Pretty in Pink training page and have them do some lessons on there. We're going to plan their launch party, and we're going to go back over their goals. So let's go through a little bit more of the detail of this, okay? Pre-sign up. While you're still talking to them about joining, you want to say, be thinking of your 3 people that you want to work with, your 3 friends you want to travel with, and the best way to approach them. And we'll talk more about that later, but be thinking of your list. Maybe come up with, 10 in your mind, but 3 definitely that are your go-getters. And the minute they tell you, whether you're texting, whether you're Facebooking, whatever it is, and they say, okay, I'm ready. Usually with me, it'll be a text or Facebook message. Okay, I think I want to join your team. I think I want to do this. And say right then, hey, I'm so excited. Can I call you right now? We'll just take care of this. It won't take 5 minutes. Because when you know what you're doing, it doesn't take 5 minutes. When we just send them to our website, what tends to happen, they don't know what products to get. They're not sure what welcome pack and backup and all that. They don't know what all that means. Typically, they're just relieved. If you say, let me just call you and we'll take care of this, they're like, oh, thank you. They really are just relieved. There's a time for them to learn how to sign somebody up. It's not while they're signing up. We'll go back and show them that later. And we're going to give them resources to show them how to do that. But while they're signing up is not the time. This is how Celeste and Tamara Holloway and all of these top people are always on the business building bonus page. Because they walk their people through this, they don't just send them there. And so everybody has a welcome pack. Everybody has a backup order. So they're going to be relieved. They'll make a decision right then. If there are website issues, which occasionally we have those, you are dealing with it and not them. And then you can be sure they've got their welcome pack and their backup order. If they say, now's not a good time, then you nail them down. Could I call you later today? What would be a good time today for me to call you? You want to move on it right then. Okay, so when you do the sign-up call, you go to your replicated website, click Join Now, and you walk through it just like you're them. Let's say you've got them on the phone, okay? And you're going through and you're like, okay, your first option is a welcome pack, based on what you've told me, because one of the first things I ask them is, how do you want Plexus to help you? And then just listen and follow up with questions and take in everything they're saying about their health, their finances. They're going to reveal some very personal things to you, and that can help you make decisions of what they need. So almost everybody, the basic I recommend for them is the welcome pack with triplex, either basic triplex or double triplex. Depending on how much they want to spend. Sometimes their husband may want to do it, or they may want to sell the second one and make some money back. But I'll just say to them as we're doing it, okay, there's a welcome pack here that's the triplex, which is what I told you I thought you needed. That's what I would do for you, is the welcome pack triplex. Do you want to get 1 set or 2? This is the cheapest you're ever going to get it. And then they say, whichever one, you say, okay, now I'm setting up your backup order. This is basically your order that's going to come every month, so you never run out of products. They've got another one that's triplex. If you want to add to it or take away from it later, you can do that. But for right now, I think that's what we need to do. And they're going to be like, yes. Like they look to you as the expert. So it's just going to be a relief for you just to walk them through that. And so you want to tell them, the only thing you're going to be charged for today is the $35 for your website fee, your joining fee, and your welcome pack. Backup order, you won't be charged for a month. Then you want to go through their personal information, make sure they write down or you write down for them their username, their password, their ambassador ID. So they've got all that. They know how to sign in. And frankly, it's handy for you to keep up with that because with some of the issues we've had, people don't know or they don't remember, and then you've got to call in. And so it's almost more handy just to keep a running list somewhere. You don't have to have it, but if you're signing them up, I would definitely get it just to be sure. Then to send them a text or an email and just remind them, even though they're going to get one from the company. It helps to have a backup from you. So you want to just show your excitement as you walk through the journey. And I usually say to them at the end, now I know you want to get healthy with Plexus, but if you are the least bit interested in the financial opportunity, it's really so easy just to if you just get a few friends, it'll pay for your products. You could actually get a check, next Friday for $150. That's what happened to me. I didn't even know where the money came from. And now, I'm really making a lot more than that just sharing with my friends and family. So if you're at all interested, I would love to show you how to do that. If they say no, I say that's great. There's no pressure at all. I'm thrilled just to have you as my wholesale customer. And I'm going to send you instructions about how to take your products and throw in some information about the business side if you change your mind. So you just keep in touch with me. Let me know how you're doing. We may need to tweak your products, and that's normal. So I'm going to send you some stuff about Candida and what's involved with the probiotics, all that stuff. Okay, so then for the wholesalers, people who've said, I don't want to sell it, I'm going to send them a welcome ambassador letter with how to take the products, how much water to drink, a progress chart. I am going to go ahead and send that Earn While You Learn Melissa Eichenhorst video to show them that they can go ahead and start sharing it with people and maybe make back their money pretty easy. If there's a diamond documentary that I think might inspire them, I may send that. But basically, I'm going to treat them like a customer at that point. I am not going to waste my time doing all of this other training stuff with somebody that says, I don't want to do the business. There's no need for us to spend that time and effort. So if they say, yes, I am interested, I would like to know a little bit more. I'm not sure if I'm ready to share yet. I want to see what the products do for me. This is what, 9 out of 10 of us said. So I will say, great. What I'd really like to do is get you on the line with my friend Brandy. She's the one who got me started. You all both have 4 kids. I have 4 kids. We all know how crazy that is. But if you could pick out maybe 2 windows in the next few days that you would have free, it'll only be 20 minutes or so. Are there some times you think might work? If you just check your calendar real quick and, wait and get a couple windows. Don't use words like upline and downline. That's just kind of intimidating. They don't know what that means. So get your couple of windows and as soon as say, great, I'm so excited. Can't wait for you to get your products. Let me know as soon as you get them. And we'll be talking, I'll let you know when it's going to work for the 3-way call. Okay. So immediately after they sign up, we're going to add on the Facebook pages like we've always done. We're going to do a welcome. Also going to post a welcome on their personal Facebook page. I'm so excited that Tanya Leal has joined my Plexus team. She's been thinking about this for months, and we're going to have so much fun getting healthy and sharing Plexus. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is text them, not email, not Facebook message, text them the Melissa Eichenhorst video, Earn While You Learn. I think everybody needs to get this first thing before they get anything else from us. They need to see this video and see her say, you don't have to know it all before you start sharing. And we're going to be there for you. So I'm going to text that to them and say, check this out really quick before you look at anything else. Then I'm going to send them an ambassador welcome letter with how to take the products and the triplex chart and all that stuff. But also a link to our training page, prettyandpinktraining.com. And I'm going to ask them to go over lesson 1 and 2 under the new ambassador training, which is, I'm trying to think now what they are. The first one is about what do you want to accomplish in your first month. Silver, gold, Earn While You Learn is on there. And the second one is how to ask people, I think is what it is. So I'm going to ask them to do lesson 1 and lesson 2 and making their list. I think that's what the second one is. Have them look at that before we even do the 3-way call. So that kind of gets them thinking. They have a chance to get in on the page, maybe look at some other stuff. So then I'm going to check with my upline, get a time, get back with my newbie, figure out what time we're doing the 3-way call. And so the day of the call, the 3-way call, this is within days after they've signed. So they're excited. They're waiting for their package to get there. In the meantime, we're getting, a more seasoned ambassador to come in our upline and inspire them. The goal of this call is to ignite and motivate them to find out what their dreams are, okay? So this is where we welcome them to Plexus, and that's where Tanya would introduce me to Samantha, and you let them get to know each other and say what they have in common. And then we're going to ask a newbie, like, what is it that you want Plexus to do for you? And what are you thinking as far as the health part of it, the business part of it, and just let them talk, find out really what their hopes and their dreams are, not just about their health, but about their life. I mean, this is, where you may discover some real dreams and desires that you can just see how Plexus is going to help them, and that is exciting. And so then we want to go back to our list, at the very top that I talked about, their why, their goals, their list, their Facebook, and follow-up. Those are our 5 things. I forget where the camera is. This is why I'm always looking in the wrong place. I forget where the camera is. 5 things. Why, goals, list, Facebook, follow-up. 5. Okay. I wasn't counting right. Whatever. So we're going to go through their goals. How much would they like to make a month? How much time do they have to give? If they say they want to make $10,000, but they've only got 15 minutes a day to give, we need to, tone down their expectations a little bit. And we need to also talk a little bit about their expectations with the products. If they're doing triplex, let them know it may take a couple months to get your system balanced out. Just manage those expectations. We want to start, how are you doing on your list? Did you come up with your 3 people? Do you have 10? We're going to send you a sheet where you can start brainstorming to try to get 100. Really, if you can get 20 to start with silver. For fast gold, I recommend at least 30. And if your newbie is a fast gold person, if she's like, yes, I'm going for that $700, you move in with her. I have one this month. I have one. And I'm moving in with Tanya. I mean, we are like this daily. We're going to be talking. So every day we're going to be doing 3-way calls to try to sign people up, 3-way calls with newbies. We are on it. Okay, so if you got a fast start golder, you're under me, you call me, we're both on it. Same with Brandy. If you're under Brandy, you call her. She's going to be in on this with you. We will help get them there. So we want to kind of just go over a little about their list. Their first Facebook post, if they've not written it yet, kind of talk through maybe what they want to say, how they want to do it. There's some great resources. Again, on the training page, I have samples of first posts and how to post. There's a great Melissa Eichenhorst document about how to use Facebook. And then at the end of that, this is short and sweet. You're not getting into tons of detail yet. You want to set up that meeting between the sponsor and the new ambassador. So we're going to send them to our training page to print out the Frank's list and the silver or gold worksheet. So they can already be working on those before our sit-down meeting. Okay? Now, about these 3-way calls. We're going to be using 3-way calls for potentials. And we have some great information on the training site from Sarah Robbins about using it for that. Sarah Marble says she has 100% sign-up rate with 3-way calls. Okay, some of these teams are booming because of these 3-way calls. The other way that 3-way calls are booming teams is what we're talking about doing here with your newbies, where you get them fired up and plugged into this bigger thing right away. So we will all be doing these with our level 2s. Okay, I'm going to, let's say Tanya's under me, Samantha was new, and I would have done a call with Tanya and Samantha's the newbie. Okay, then when Samantha recruited Melissa, her friend Melissa, who's on the West Coast, then Tanya would have done the welcome call with Samantha and Melissa. Again, you don't want to have a 1-hour welcome call, or 2 hour. You will be on the phone all the time. We're going to be really growing with this. So we want to keep it short and sweet, but it's to inspire. They don't have to learn everything. It's to inspire and ignite them and motivate them and develop a relationship. And I think that helps so much to have that with your downline. So if we're all doing this with our level 2s, we've got to duplicate. I mean, if you don't do it with your level 2s, we're going to break the chain and break the momentum. And man, have we got a momentum going. We do not want to break that. So we'll do it with you first, so you know how it goes. Okay, we're not just going to send you out there to do this cold. Brandy and I will do this with everybody if we need to get everybody comfortable and going. So right now, if you have a newbie, if your upline is not comfortable yet doing the 3-way call, I will do the 3-way call, okay? And we can even try to record it to have a sample for everybody, whatever we need to do to get everybody comfortable with this. So even if you have somebody that's fairly new and you just want to learn how to do it, you and I can do a call with any of your level 1s. If you're my level 1, we can do a call with any of your new people to kind of give you an idea of how this goes, okay? So after the welcome 3-way call, then the sponsor and her newbie are going to get together within the first week, ideally. Okay, so we're taking them now from igniting a passion in them, finding out their dreams, motivating them that this could be a means to fulfill their dreams. And now the goal of this meeting is to move them into action. Okay, we want to get them on the bike. We want to take them to the bike and put them on the bike. Okay, so you need to meet in person, or maybe a Zoom call if it's long distance. I think to see each other is really important in developing a relationship. You want to show them all the resources we have. You don't have to go there. You don't have to spell it out. They're smart people. They'll get it. Say, we've got Facebook team pages I've already added you to. The Pretty in Pink training page, which I sent you the link to. Plexus Power Tools, absolutely sign up for that. It's $10, blah, blah. And the First Fruits binder, if you want to get it for your newbie or just show them where to go to get it, that's their Plexus Bible. No disrespect meant. You know the Bible to me is sacred and holy. But it is a great thing to have with you all the time. Is a great resource. So first you just show them their resources. Next, you're going to go over their goals. Did they want to go silver? Do they want to do Fast Start Gold? They may have changed their mind in between, so be prepared. You might want to have a backup Fast Start worksheet just in case. And then you get them to pull out their Frank's list. Have an extra, copy of it yourself in case they forgot theirs. And kind of go over the references to help jog their memory. Say, what about Facebooking? I did one of these today with Tanya Bowman. We did our first meeting today, and it was fun, and it was not so information intensive. So I'm like, what are you thinking about Facebook? She's like, here's what I'm thinking. I want to include something about you and your hair. She thinks she's never seen me with long hair before, so she's blown away by my hair. And so she had these ideas, and I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about it. And she's like, she got some ideas, and she's going to craft it, send it to me, kind of have me look over it, and maybe do a picture of her when she gets her box. And so you want to just help them get comfortable with that, okay, and go over kind of how to use Facebook and how not to use Facebook. And then as soon as they post, we all know this is true. As soon as they get it out there, people are going to be asking them questions. They're going to be sending them stuff. We've got to be on board and ready for them to help with those initial questions. Now, our Pretty in Pink training page is going to has tons on there already of questions, objections that they may get. It's too expensive. Is this a pyramid scheme? All that stuff. Answers for all those things. But they're still going to need us on the fly. So be prepared when you've got a newbie and she's getting ready to post her first post. Be ready. She's going to need you. But we want to talk to her then about following up with people. I brought today my 531 DMO sheet that I made for daily what you're doing. Following up with 5, reaching out to 3, learning 1 thing. If they're doing that every day, they're going to grow. So if they're Fast Start Gold, they need to be doing way more than 3 reach outs a day. They need to do 10 at a time, whatever they can do. That's a different story. That's a different video. But lastly, you're going to wrap up to make sure they have your letters, those basic 4 letters for Potential customer, potential ambassador, new customer, new ambassador. I'm revamping all my letters, and I'm going to be posting them on the training site. You can take them, download them, change them, make them your own. And then I'm going to have also the attachments on there. So I'll make all that available for you all. Use it or not. Do what you think. And then lastly, you're going to say, okay, let's do your launch party. When are we going to do it? We can do an online event, which we have all of that for you too in the files. Or we can do a thing in person, but let's do it this month. The goal is silver this month. Our goal is silver ASAP for these chicks. I did it in 10 days. Somebody just did it. Who was it? Was it Amy that did it? I think Amy of Joni, under Joni in Louisville, did it in 24 hours. She said she hadn't worked her business. She'd started a couple months ago, didn't really work it. Then she went silver in 24 hours. So you can do this. This is easy peasy. So who knows? Launch party, they may end up with 10 people at the end of their first month. It'd be awesome. So on the training page, we've got how to give a launch party, how to make that work. It doesn't have to be a huge crowd, but chances are they will go silver at that party if they haven't already. So follow up the first month. Make yourself available to your newbies. You may have a runner, and when you have a runner, when you have somebody that says, I am in this, I want it as a business, yes, I want to get healthy, and I want to work this. You run with them. Like I said, I forgot, I think it was, I can't remember the name of these videos I listened to. Big Al. And he says, when you get a business builder, you move in with them. So that's what I'm telling you to do. So you want to make sure throughout that month that they're checking in on the lessons page. The next few lessons are the comp plan and the products. Of course, you want them looking at their binder if they have that, learning about the products. They're going to have lots of questions about that. Going over the comp plan, you really can't understand that till you get a check. And so they don't need to worry about that, except if they get 3 or they get 20, they get a bonus. That's all they really need to know at this point. And if they sign customers, they want to sign on preferred. That's it. It's that simple. That's all they need to know about that right now. But I do have a Sonia Dudley video on there that's like 7 minutes. It's a great overview. So you want to assist with their launch party. Basically, they just get people together and you come and you work it. Okay, then they're going to duplicate what you do. They're going to do that with their new people as well. So you want to follow up on their first steps. Go back to what is their why and why they're doing this. They're going to have moments they get discouraged. You want to be able to remind them, remember your why. This is what it is. What are their goals? Checking in with them. How are you doing with your Franks list? How many people have you reached out to today? How's that coming along? What about Facebook? Are you posting at least a couple of times a day? Are you getting responses? How can I help you? What are you doing as far as following up with the names you've already gotten? Make sure you're contacting everybody that even likes your post. Do you have any questions? All that good stuff. So this is the new first month plan. And people, I'm telling you, it sounds like a lot. But it's the same as riding a bike. Sounds like a lot until you get on it. Okay, so we've got the same issue as ambassadors trying to do a new training program as the newbies that are coming on. This looks like a lot. It's really not. It's signing them up with a phone call. You have this reassurance that they get exactly what they need. And they get the welcome pack and AQ. You're going to get points for them. Then you're doing a 3-way call that's short, 20 minutes. Then you're going to do a meeting with them, which hopefully you're doing anyway to train your newbies. But now you're going to be talking about dreams and goals and hopes instead of just telling them a bunch of info. Your runners are going to dig in there and read all that stuff anyway. Okay, so you're doing just that. Then you're following up with the launch party. And if we do this with our new people that want the business, your business is going to boom. Tamara Holloway said in her video about 3-way calls that I posted earlier, and I'm going to post it with this, it has made a world of difference in getting newbies and keeping them. All of those white lines don't pop up out of nowhere when we get them off to this kind of start. When they start seeing, oh, this is how it works, and I got to check, and my products are already covered, and that's inspiring then to other people to come onto their team. So I really believe in this. I know it's kind of a big mindset shift for those of us who've been doing it almost 2 years. But I really believe this is the right thing for the right time. You know, when my kids were little, things would start to kind of get chaotic. And I was homeschooling and 4 kids, 10 and under. It's like one day it dawned on me, like, they could be helping with the dusting and the dishes. And wait a minute, nobody cleans up after me. They could be helping with this. So I'd bring them all into the kitchen. I'd line them up and say, here's the new deal. Typically, they didn't always like what that was. But sometimes the new deal, look, I've got on my pajama pants, but, you know, something decent up top so you don't know I'm ready to get met. But anyway, sometimes it would be something exciting for them, like, okay, you're going to do these chores and you're going to get paid. Guess what? This is a new deal. It's not more work than what you've been doing. It's smarter work than what we've been doing. This is working smart instead of sending out some emails, hoping they sign up and wondering if they ever really are going to, waiting to see, hoping they got the right products, being bummed that they didn't, but then feeling bad about going back and telling them, oh, you need to add this. It's going to be smarter work, and it's going to be better for you. It's going to be better for them. They're going to have a much better success rate. It's going to be better all the way around, and I'm really excited about it. And let me just say, if we start this and like, oh, we can take out a couple of these steps, I'm happy to rearrange this, but we need to have a set plan of how this is going to go, that it's very clear and we all know the deal and this is what we're all doing. And so we need to know that everybody's on board for this. I really don't think it's going to be more time or more effort on your part. I do think it's going to develop more independent leaders. For the long haul, it will be less work and less stress on you. But if we are all making sure we cover why, the goals, the list, the Facebook, the follow-up, I think we're going to see some real leaders emerge out of some of our newbies that we just got at the end of January, as well as the newbies that are coming. For some reason, it's changed for me. I just have this sense of urgency, this drive that I don't know that I've ever had about Plexus. I've always been passionate about it, but somewhere in the last month or so, and I really think the video we watched about how to get to Emerald by July, it wasn't to me about going to Hawaii or getting the car, or, I mean, all of that is great. Of course, it's going to be fun and nice to celebrate, but when I think about you guys getting your car, and I know some of your stories, I know your health issues, and I know some of your financial struggles, and that's what I get so pumped about. Like, I just want to make this happen for you. So I think we've got a great game plan. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. We're taking what's working with other teams. I think doing online events and three-way calls are going to totally change our business. We are on a fast-moving train that's about to pick up. And so I'm asking everybody to just buy in, jump on. If you haven't been excited before, get excited now. If you've been a little bit discouraged, get excited, because this is going to change everything. If you have new people from January that just came on, get in touch with your upline and plan one of these three-way calls. I'm going to post the video that tells exactly how to do it, and let's get it going. Let's start all the newbies we just brought on. And I think this month we've already got, I'm not sure even if we've got a lot of new people that have already come on this month. I think we could get to 40 or 50 new people by the end of this month. That would take us back to kind of where we were before the back office stuff kind of affected us. I think it's going to be a great month for us. And I know there are only 2 weeks left. I don't care. I think February is going to be a great month, and the beginning of our team really coming into fruition. So I'm excited about what I think the Lord is doing and what He's going to do in you. And I hope you all are excited. I want you all to feel free to post any questions you have or message me about how this is going to work. And we may want to do a Zoom call. Probably our next Zoom call will really talk through this and go over it. So make plans. As soon as we announce the date and time, make plans to attend that call. And we'll be sure and record it as well. So thank you. I know this is long, and I didn't mean to make it so long, but I think it's good if you can just take the time, even if you have to split it up. We just appreciate you guys and love you, and we'll talk to you soon.